morning, colleagues. My name is Eze Ikenna. I am a postdoctoral researcher at Walter Sisulu University here in South Africa under the Center for Entrepreneurship Rapid Incubator. Today, I'll be presenting to you, and the title of my paper is Consequences, Failure, and Challenges of Small Businesses, a literature review. This paper was written by myself and Thobekani Lose. So the outline would have the introduction, literature review, consequences of small business failure, methodology, recommendations for the sustainability of small businesses in South Africa, and then the conclusion. In South Africa, small businesses fail at a rapid rate. Research has shown that 50% of newly established businesses in the country fail within the first year, 70% fail within the second year, and more than 80% fail within the first 10 years. A nation's economy depends heavily on its small business sector, which fosters entrepreneurship, lowers unemployment, and raises GDP of that country. It is impossible to overestimate the importance of small businesses in the growth of a country. Despite the importance and value of these small businesses and their contribution to economic advancement, small businesses continue to encounter several obstacles that limit their ability to grow both in South Africa and globally. Now we are going to look at some of the challenges that are faced by small businesses globally. One of the problems that small businesses face is the slow rate at which they adopt technology. There is a significant lack of consistency in the rate at which small enterprises are embracing digitalization. The reason for this could be because employees and owners of these small businesses typically lack the required skills to use technology and its application. Also, research has also documented the difficulties that small businesses face when it comes to obtaining financings and loans from banks. Also, another challenge is that sometimes higher education institutions do not encourage self-employment as a career option. Sometimes in our society, pursuing entrepreneurship is regarded as a failure on the part of the individual. Other challenges that are faced by small businesses in other African countries. In Nigeria, for example, small businesses suffer due to lack of funding, decaying infrastructure, a variety of taxes, an unstable power supply, and reluctance to use technology in their business. Also, excessive taxes is also a major challenge faced by small businesses in Ghana. The researchers pleaded with the government to lower these taxes so that these small businesses can prosper. Also, in Tanzania, it was found that these small businesses face several obstacles, which includes access to technology, poor internet connections, insufficient capital, and inadequate education. Some of the challenges that are faced by small businesses in South Africa includes access to funding, which has been reported. Small businesses find it difficult to get funding because of the stringent requirements that financial institutions impose on these businesses, such as you have to come with your business plan, you need a collateral before they can give you funding. Also, it was also noted that in South Africa, businesses do not use the latest technology. or sometimes they don't even use technology at all. Also, in South Africa, businesses have to comply with the costly and unnecessary regulations, such as those pertaining to licensing and registration. All these usually add to the high cost of starting a business. When you have to pay for so many things, your licensing, your registration, it makes life difficult for these small businesses. Now, looking at the consequences of small business failure in our society, small businesses employ nearly all the workforce in a developing nation. When these small businesses fail, jobs are lost. And when jobs are lost, life becomes difficult for individuals that are working for that business, maybe the owner or the manager. They find it difficult to do the normal things that they can do, like pay for house rent, because they are no longer getting an income. Also, small businesses are critical for market competitiveness. Without small businesses, the marketplace would be controlled by large multinational companies with high prices for goods and services. Now, talking about the methodology for this paper, we used a descriptive literature review approach to write this particular paper. A descriptive literature review approach is usually an organized endeavor that locates, collects, and evaluates different published works in specific fields while trying to uncover any interpretable patterns or trends. Different scholars believe that descriptive literature review approach is suitable for this type of research. Now, recommendation. South African government's assistance for small businesses falls short compared to the size of the sector in the economy. Political organizations and government officials are usually responsible for creating an atmosphere that is supportive of small businesses. When things are easy for small businesses, when they can register their businesses, when taxes are reduced, those small businesses can flourish in any environment. Also, the taxes and regulations imposed by the government must be reasonable for these small businesses. Finally, research has also indicated that social media platforms can also help small businesses to market their brands, which in turn can help to boost sales and create brand awareness for their business. We all know that with these social media platforms, you can be here in South Africa and you're selling your product to somebody in the UK or somebody in the US. In conclusion, governments and politicians are beginning to acknowledge the significance of small businesses in developing and eradicating poverty among their citizens. In recognition of the importance of this small business sector, the South African government created several institutions to assist small businesses in the country to flourish like their counterparts in different countries. Finally, entrepreneurship education should be introduced in schools as early as possible. By introducing entrepreneurship education in schools, learners will know what it takes to run a successful business and how to create a long-lasting business. This would also help them to tackle some of the challenges that they might encounter when they eventually start their own business. Thank you so much. I'll take questions and comments.